Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show again. This is Droplets Live Show, the regular edition. Yesterday we had the COVID-19 edition, and it was really wonderful. It was really a wonderful time to spend with you guys that were online with me. Today we are continuing with our regular show, and this evening we are looking at a very funny topic, which some of you may not really consider to be necessary. But I think that it is important that we talk about the marital vows, especially the ones that are basic, okay, before each denominations, different churches start to add different things to this vow. There's a basic vow, a basic marital vow that we're going to be looking at this evening, and we're going to be considering what they really mean, exactly what they are really to us. And this is very important because many of us fail to remember the vows we said, the promises we made to our partners, to our partner during the wedding ceremony. And this is very important that we go back there and start to consider those things. So the topic again is marital vows. What do they truly mean? What do they truly mean? But before we continue, let's listen to this intro. Welcome to the Droplets Live Show. Sit back and enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Droplets NG. Okay, welcome guys. Welcome back to the show. Again, the topic I'm looking at today, that we're considering today, is marital vows. What do they truly mean? What do they truly mean to us? This is a topic that it's good for many of us who just got married, many of us who've been in marriage for years, and those of us who are intending to get married very soon, or we are in a relationship that is leading to marriage. This topic is very important. So if you know somebody who falls into this category, please call them, let them come join you to watch this episode, or possibly just send them the link I sent earlier. Let them also join to watch the episode. Uh, Again, we need to consider the marital vows, basic marital vows, which I have decided to divide into five phrases, five sentences. There are others, but these five are basic vows that we say on our wedding day during the wedding ceremony in front of everybody, in front of the pastor, in front of friends, in front of relatives, in front of well wishers. We say these marital vows to our partner. I said it, my wife said it, many of you watching me who are married also said this marital vow. But one important thing we need to always try to do is to think about these marital vows almost every day in our marriages. Um, for those who are not married, it's good that you are aware of this so that you know what you are actually going into, what you are, where you are headed exactly. Because marriage is not just anywhere you just jump into, it's something you go into well prepared. And preparation doesn't talk about money and all that alone. Yeah, a host of other things, emotional preparation, psychological preparation, and many other areas you need to prepare yourself, which that's going to be a topic for another day. So marital vows, what are they? What are we talking about? And what exactly do they mean? So I'm going to read out the five phrases, like I said initially, out to us so that we can know what we're going to be talking about this evening. The first one is, I take you to be my lawfully wedded husband or wife. And the second one is to have and to hold. The third one is from this day forward. The fourth one is for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. And the last one is until death do us part. Guys, these are simple phrases as the case may be, as it may be sounding to us, but they are very, very strong words. Exactly. Very, very strong words. But before I dive into them, let's talk about what marriage is. Marriage is the coming together of a man and a woman under law, agreeing together to be together and having somebody as in witnesses around. They say these vows to each other, and by law they get married. In church also they get married, and two of them become husband and wife. That is marriage, and it's established by God Himself. God instituted marriage Himself right there in the Garden of Eden between Adam and Eve. And marriage is expected to be something that we hold sacredly. It should not be something that we just undo anyhow, with levity, or just as if it doesn't really matter. But it matters a lot. It really matters a lot. And so this evening, having established what marriage is, I'd like to let us know that marriage has a lot of parts that has to be considered. Okay, but today, again, talking about the wedding day, the day of the ceremony, the vows we say to each other. So, and these vows are much common in all marriages that are being held in churches today, even in courts today. You hear these phrases being said by the husband and by the wife. Okay, and they say to each other, they get married, and everybody goes home. But you know what? Sometimes we get home and then we forget about those promises that we have said to each other, those things we have promised each other, the vows, we just forget about them and then move on with life. Okay? If we mean what we say on the wedding day in front of everybody, then divorce cases should be less. People should be able to fight for the love of their life. People should be able to fight for peace in their homes. People should be able to do all that it takes to keep peace in the house. Both the man and the woman should be able to do everything that it takes to ensure that there is peace in the home, to ensure that the marriage goes on well. Okay, goes on well. So we take the first one, which is, I take you to be my lawfully wedded husband or wife. When you're in front of a pastor or in front of whoever is joining both of you together, and it continues like that. And we must understand that here, when you say hi, you're talking about yourself. You're referring to your man, you're not referring to your bridesmaid, you're not referring to your groomsmen or your best lady or whoever that is there at that point in time. You're referring to yourself. So having established that you're referring to yourself, the word take means that you took something, and before you take something, you have made a choice to take it. Okay, so when you say that, when you mention your name, that you take your partner, it means you made the choice to spend the rest of your life with that person. You made a choice, among so many other people that exist on the face of the earth. You decided to go along with this individual. You decided to go along with a man, or you decided to go along with a woman. And that is a choice you made. Nobody made the choice for you. You made the choice to go along with this person and get married to the person. So you are the one taking that person. So funny enough, both of you, the bride and the groom, you're going to say these same words to each other. But you must take ownership of that word that you take this person to be your lawfully wedded husband or wife. And when you look at the word lawfully, it means it's legal. And when it's legal, then it's supported by the society, supported by the church. Okay? And that means that both of you can live together, you can do whatever you want to do together. Okay, so when you say those words, understand what it means. You are making that choice. Nobody is making the choice for you. You are the one making that choice. All right, so we quickly go to the next one, which says to have and to hold. The first one says you're taking someone else. So when you take the person, you have the person. The person becomes the person becomes your own. You become the owner of that person. And in taking that person, you have the person. The person comes into your own possession. All right, the person comes into your possession, which means your spouse have come into your own possession. You own your spouse. The husband owns the wife owns the husband. Both of you belong to each other. To have and to hold, which means that you have somebody to hold when you need emotional help, when you need help emotionally, you have somebody to hold. When you need help in your feelings, you have somebody to hold. You have somebody to lay your head on their shoulder. You have somebody to cry upon. You have somebody that you own that can help you, go on in life, that can support you. Okay, to have and to hold, to have and to hold. You see, you get to have this person that you love so much as your own. You fall asleep with a person at night, you wake up with that same person, you see, every day like that. The person is yours, and you also are that person's own, because both of you are saying the same vows to each other. You're making the same promises to each other. Okay, so let's understand that these marriage vows that we make on our wedding days, they have meaning, and we should not throw the meaning away. We should not throw what they stand for away. They are very important. All right, they are very, very important. So I'll move quickly to the next one, which says, from this day forward. Now, this particular one may sound scary to some people, but it's not scary after all. So from this day forward talks about from that moment, everything you've said and everything you're going to say after this statement of from this day forward continues like that. You understand? It continues like that. From this moment henceforth, you are mine and I am yours. I have decided to get married to you legally from this day forward. The expression of moving forward holds so much promises for what these two people can accomplish. The two of you, you can accomplish anything from that day forward. You can accomplish good things, and at the same time, you can accomplish bad things. But it's good that you accomplish good things. From this day forward, you're going to be living with this person. From this day forward, you're going to be talking to this person. From this day forward, this person is your partner. From this day forward, this person is your best friend. From this day forward, this person will be who they are to you. So you need to understand that you're taking that decision right there at that moment, from that day forward. So everything from that point in time going forward, that person will always be part of you. Will always be a part of your life. So let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. And the next one says, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. This is where some people try to tweak it. And they're like, no, it's just for better alone. It's for richer alone. It's for health alone. Now consider COVID-19 around the world. And yesterday's episode, which was the COVID-19 episode, I made mention that couples in China, after leaving their quarantine, they move out a lot of them go out to go and file for divorce. They go out to go and file for divorce. And this is alarming in China, and it's very ridiculous. And you see, we must understand that marriage is not all about things getting rosy. If it was, probably it would be boring. Probably there wouldn't be no need to even get married. But marriage is a bed of roses rather, but with thorns. But you are the one, you as an individual, and your partner also as an individual need to know how to lie on this bed in a way that the thorns will not affect you. In a way, the thorns will not affect you. So, I need you to understand that when you come together to get married to somebody, getting married to that person is good, bad, and ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It is not all going to be rosy. It's not all going to be happy moments all the way. It's not all going to be healthy moments all the way. It's not going to be a financial abundance all the way. There are going to be time of hardship. There are going to be time of pain. And what you're saying here is that from that day forward, you're going to be with that person all the way. You are promising that person that you will provide emotional support, financial support, physical support, mental support, all the way. When things are good or bad, you will stand by this person. When the person is sick, you will stand by the person. When the person is okay, you will stand by this person. When the person is rich, you're standing by this person. When the person is poor, you're standing by this person. When the person is thinking straight, you stand by this person. And when this person is thinking the other way around, you still stand by this person. So you must understand when you're saying these vows, those of us who have said it, let's go back and begin to think about it. Are we doing this with our partner? Have we forsaken our partner in the difficult times? We need to come back and realize this and begin to support our partners even in difficult times. All right? Even in difficult times. We need to make sure that we're able to provide all this assistance to our partner, whether everything is good or bad. We are supposed to be support, for our partners. All right. So the last one, which says, "Until death do us part." This is the big one. This is where you are promising this person that except death happens, you're going to live with this person forever. Except death happens, you're living with this person forever. Until death do us part. You are showing to everybody at that place, everybody seated in the congregation, everybody witnessing your marriage, you're saying to them that you are going to build a life with this person. Together, both of you are going to build a life together until death do you part. You're going to build a life together on this earth as long as both of you are living upon this earth. Until death do you both part. Stating this line tells the world that no matter what happens, no matter what the future holds, no matter what anybody says, no matter what the economy is saying, no matter what the society is saying, no matter what your family is saying, no matter what your friends are saying, you're going to be with this person until death do you part. How many of us still believe in this? How many of us still believe that is what it should be, or that is how it's going to be? Many of us today, we don't even think it is even necessary at all. We don't even think it's realistic at all. I would like to read some comments here so that I'll see what other people are contributing. Okay, Francis is saying this vows gives an explanation to the fact that many married are for matured and serious individual. Very right, very, very right. So you don't go into marriage when you cannot keep these vows. All right. You don't go into marriage when you know you cannot keep these vows. If you know you cannot keep these vows, then there's no point you getting married at all. There's no point you getting married at all. It's better you just stay single and don't get married. Because these vows are expected to be taken to heart and expected to be lived by. For as many couples who are living by this vow, go ask them. You will realize that these couples are actually enjoying their marriage. Both of them, once they keep to it from both parties, they will enjoy their marriage. They will stand by each other. The marriage will be so strong and so vital and so peaceful, right? I'm not saying there's not going to be trouble or there's not going to be times where they argue or something, but because they know they are going to be together, they know the vows they've said towards each other and the promises they've made to each other, and they are ready to keep that promise, they will keep the promise. So if you are yet to get married or you're about to get married, go through your marital vows that you're going to say on that day. You have to keep them. You're expected to keep your marital vows. That's what is expected of you. Be it you're the man or you're the woman, you are expected to keep your marital vows. This is very important. Not keeping these marital vows is what is destroying it. I'll be uploading the recorded version, which I believe should work better than that we will be talking about a great time that we'll be sharing together other things that has to do with